The famous computer scientist Robert Knuth once said, "Science is the things that we understand well enough that we can teach it to a computer. Art is everything else we do." When I first started marketing, way back in 2009, marketing was an art. It's communicating to the person's heart, inspiring them to take action. Today, in my role of marketing, it's absolutely a science. We use art to kind of fact check the science that's behind it. So the chasm between science and art is becoming extraordinarily small. And that's great news for consumers like you. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, and any Alexas, Siris, or Cortanas that might be listening in. We live in the age of computer learning and of artificial intelligence. So what does that mean? Well, it means we're no longer in the stage where we program computers to do exactly what we tell them to do. Instead, we've programmed them how to learn. And then we give them these mission objectives and set them off to find the best way to accomplish them for the best results, which is an exciting new frontier. And there are at least 3 ways that artificial intelligence has helped to reshape your consumer experience. The first, and one that most people probably think of when they think of marketing, is advertising. We are able to put ads just in front of the people who are the most interested in the product or service, even before they realize that they're interested in it. I have a few friends who are convinced that Facebook is secretly eavesdropping through their phone, through their app. And rest assured, we're talking about Facebook here. I wouldn't put it past them. But it's probably more likely that it's because of their very sophisticated algorithms that are able to tell what your interests are beyond just the obvious. There's the obvious. There are the pages that you like. There are the things that you put in your About Me profile. There's the not so obvious, the things that you're posting about, the posts that you're clicking on or interacting with. And then there's the very obscure. As you're flipping through your phone, do you slow down to read about certain other content? What are some of the things that your Facebook friends or the other people in your community are interested in? These are all machine learning tips to trigger Facebook into what you are actually interested in beyond just what you're saying. Now you may say, okay, well that's great for marketers, but you said this is in my interest. That actually seems kind of creepy. Yes and yes. So there was a recent survey done last year by AdLucent that showed that 71% of consumers liked targeted ads. And in fact, 44% were willing to personally give up some of their information just for more targeted and relevant advertising. What's annoying to people is seeing the ads that aren't relevant to them. Why am I seeing this? You're obstructive. And what's more, machine learning is not only allowing us to get the ads in front of you, but it's also custom tailoring the message specifically to what you're interested in. You think of some of the most popular YouTube ads, your Aura brushes, your pooperies, your squatty potties. These are all, yes, they're all very popular ads. These are all, these are all very long videos that are made up of little tiny snippets. And like cards, they can switch out those snippets to optimize. So they might be able to learn that this introduction goes really well with this conclusion, but only if we change this one little part in the middle. And that works in Texas, and there's another variety that works really well in California. Constantly honing. So that's just the online advertising market, but artificial intelligence is also honing in your retail buying experience. Walmart has invested heavily on artificial intelligence to make sure that they know what products need to be in their stores, where, and at what time. So some of their interesting findings that they found so far is if there's a major hurricane coming your way, they need to stock up on Pop-Tarts. Also, if there's a lot of social media buzz around some obscure brand, they might move that more prominently on the shelves so people can see it. They found that these new strategies have increased some of their sales of the products by up to 20%. Amazon is going even further. They've patented some predictive analytics technology that will actually start shipping products towards you before you even order it. They are able to look at what your past buying history is, what items are in your wish list, and they develop a probability of that you are going to order that, and so they will put it at the warehouse near you. If you don't, they'll sell it at a discount, but for them it's still more profitable. Eventually it's going to be to the point to where you can purchase an item and it'll be delivered to you by drone in an hour. And ultimately, artificial intelligence is your friend in helping you decide what to buy. Chances are you've experienced something like this if you use Netflix's recommendations engine. So Netflix alone last year invested $651 million on their AI technology to decide what you are probably going to want to watch next. They go beyond the obvious of similar titles, things that sometimes get you stuck in this Netflix rut of programs that are exactly the same, and they're actually looking at what it is about those programs that you're interested in. Things like the pacing, like the dialogue, like the plot twists. So they can say, okay, you like Gilmore Girls and Breaking Bad, you might also like this indie foreign film. They estimate that that saves them about $1 billion in people who aren't canceling because there's, quote, nothing to watch. Now to pull it all together, imagine this futuristic scenario. You walk into a department store, an AI robot sees you and comes to help you. Like Google, it understands your natural language, so you can tell them, I'm looking for a new outfit to wear to work. Like Facebook, it already knows where you work, what the fashion trends are in your area, what the weather is like in your area. Like Netflix, it knows what you've bought in the past, and it also knows your unique tastes. You like variety. You like high quality. And oh, by the way, you also tend to like clothes that are similar to what this one coworker wears. Now, if it has any artificial intelligence at all, it won't tell you that, but it knows. Like Walmart, it assumed you were coming in, so it already has a collection waiting for you in the back for you to choose from. And it gives you enough variety that you feel like you're making an educated choice on your own. And 30 minutes later, you walk out very satisfied. Now, when is this futuristic scenario going to take place? Well, ask Macy's, North Face, 1-800-Flowers. All of them are experimenting with this concept. So you may be thinking, well, gee, Andon, you seem awfully excited about this technology that's probably going to put you out of a job. Which is true, and I, for one, welcome our new artificial intelligentsia overlords. For one, it makes my job funner. It's exciting. It's a new frontier. Also, research shows that as technology advances and even automation, it actually creates more jobs than it destroys. But it's up to us to be able to make sure that we're staying ahead of it. And worst comes to worst, with Netflix's new recommendations engine, who needs a job? Mr. Toastmaster.